Hi guys, welcome to a new video. This is the Oasis Pond. I've called it the Oasis Pond as it's a nice tranquil part of the garden away from traffic off the road. So I've got 4 goldfish in there. I unfortunately did lose 2 in the winter, so obviously they're doing quite well. They seem a bit skittish at the moment because maybe there has been some predators coming into the pond trying to eat them. So obviously there's a fish cave there that I built underneath that bog area there. Got lots of plants, filtration, but we have a problem, and that problem is string algae. There's a lot of it, and we need to do something about this. Now I have one of these Simply Fish spillway boxes. If we just take that stone out and I'll show you what's in there. It's just a small sponge, and it's quite small surface area, and to be honest with you, I don't think this is good enough to clean the pond. We've got a little bit of lava rock in there, but I just don't think this is capable of filtering the pond. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this spillway box to this. This is an Aquascape DIY spillway system. So you get a coarse sponge. There's a top mounting plate that allows water to filter up, and obviously it's significantly sizable. So if we can compare that sponge to this one, keep in mind that when you originally get the Simply Fish spillway, it only comes with that. So it's at least 4 times bigger in terms of surface area. And on top of that, instead of a few bits of lava rock, I will have a big bag that we will pop in. And this is an 8-inch spillway versus, I think that might be just 4-inch, 19 centimeters. So in this spillway, it's going to have more surface area and be able to pump quite a lot of water in here for filtration, and it'll take longer to filter through the rock rather than the small one that we've got here, where there's very little surface area there. So this should filter the pond a lot better, and hopefully that will combat the string algae I've got in this pond. You know, there isn't a lot of fish waste in there. There's only 4 goldfish, and there's probably about 350 litres. We've got lots of plants that deal with the ammonia. We've got the bog area there, we've got the fibre optic plant, various irises and different types of plants, I think, and lots of grasses as well. And I just think this pond needs a serious upgrade. Now, I'm not happy with the waterfall that I built. It might be a bit of overkill in terms of the size, and we may have a leak in the pond waterfall system. So let me just swing you around. So here is the waterfall that I've built, and I just think we're getting a lot of spillage over the sides where the liner is, and I'm going to rebuild that, make it a tiny bit smaller, and we're going to employ the Aquascape spillway DIY filter. Hopefully this will give us a significant better filtration. Unfortunately I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of these rocks. I've rocked in a lot of it. They are big and heavy, and it's going to be a lot of work to deconstruct this, but we need to do that in order to get started with employing the filter, which will go at the back and filter some water into the pond naturally. But this is just a quick demonstration to show you where I'm at the moment. Obviously we've got goldfish in, and I may have to clean out the pond as well before we get this all running. But today is all about deconstructing this waterfall that I've built. So I'm trying to renovate this waterfall system to try and figure out why it's leaking. So I've pulled back all the rocks and the stones, to get an idea what's going on. We're getting a lot of splatter from the waterfall. I've just put the spillway box on the top there just to simulate the waterfall, to figure out where I'm losing water. Now while we're getting a bit of splash at the section there, I've just pointed out, it's not a major deal. However, there I think we've got a problem, where near the wall and the back of that stone. So let's just have a closer look. So here I've come to the back of the waterfall, and as you can see here, we've got some water coming down here into this area. Now I've got like a bit of line that goes around like that, and if we look over here, we actually get some water coming over there. If we just move this in here just to simulate what's going on. As you can see here, eventually we're getting water that's coming out of the actual liner into the ground. So that's where we're losing our water, around here. So, you know, as you can see, even if we put that back there and it's not as exaggerated as much, you're still getting some water coming down, going around there and down and leaking on the outside of the liner. So in retrospect, what we need to do really is probably put a bit more liner down really, and I also want to make it a bit wider over there in more of a pooling area, just to make this more of a bigger stream into the little pond, as I call it, the oasis. So I'm also going to replace this spillway box because it's too small. It doesn't give that much filtration, but as you can see, they're getting quite a bit of leakage going down the sides, and all these stupid weeds are in the way. You know, but you can see there water is actually leaking into the ground.